Welcome everyone, my name is Leo and today I'm going to be teaching you how to overlay data in Mapbox. Without further ado, let's get stuck into it. In order to have the correct weather information for our Grasshopper file to generate both the sun and the wind analysis, we need to first go to epwmap.com and download the correct EPW file which has all this information. If your file doesn't come up, your location, that's okay. The closest file near it will do just fine too. Copy the actual link. If you click that, it says copy to clipboard, which means the link with the necessary information will be copied to your computer. We're in our file, our Rhino file, which is where we're going to be working mainly in. You want to click this extension here, which says launch Grasshopper. So once in Grasshopper, we'll use that link for. First off, we'll just type panel to paste that link into, Control V, and there's the climate link that we needed to paste in with all the necessary data in it. Go to LB, which is Ladybug. I'm going to click this icon here, which is our download EPW file. So the link goes in the weather URL section, and this EPW file will actually go to this one here, which is where all the information will go. So you could see that you can gather all this information. We're going to search up the sun path function, which is an actual Ladybug insert that will show you the sun path over your site. So here we can see that you're going to have to plug in this location toggle into that location toggle. This is indicated by this little dash here, which means that it's a required element that needs to be plugged in. If it's past the actual word, then that means it's not required for the thing to function. So let's go ahead and plug it in. So if you have a look over here, just go to perspective in Rhino, you can see that the actual sun path is in the wrong area of our whole map. It's meant to be, it's actually in the far corner of it, so we realistically want it in the center of the map. So let's change that. Go back into Grasshopper. Now I've already defined a point, this one here. So what we're going to do is click in here, type point. Then we're going to right click, and they're going to set 1 point, and that'll take us back to the Rhino set. Click on the point, and that defines it as the point. You can see I'm clicking on the point toggle on Grasshopper, and it's being highlighted in green in Rhino. Now, so we're going to grab this, and that will define our center point. If I just let go, and you can see now it's in the center. So yeah, that defines the actual scale. Oh, sorry, not scale. It defines the actual area of the sun path where it's meant to be. So let's go back into Grasshopper, because we want to change the scale so that way it doesn't look as small and looks, actually proportionally correct. So go panel, let's just experiment a little bit here. Let's do 3. That's okay. Put that into scale, and you can see now it's 3 times as big. So let's actually bump it up to, I'm going to say 6, just to double it. And what does that give us? Yeah, that gives us a pretty good range. Let's stick with that. So after that's happened, if I click on that, it'll select all of that. So what we're going to do now is right click. We'll have this function here that's called bake, and that's what essentially that's going to do is it's going to take the geometry that's selected in Grasshopper and then convert it into physical geometry in Rhino. So click on bake. Let's put it under our site Rhino layer, and yes, we would like to group, so that way it makes it easier to select everything. Otherwise you'll be forever selecting all the individual geometry, and that's not a process you really want to go through. So let's make life a little bit easier on ourselves. Click OK, and just double check that unselecting Grasshopper. Okay, so if you have a look here, you can see it's red, but it's also black at the same time, which means that's been baked and defined in Rhino. So if we click on it, you can see now it's highlighted in yellow, which indicates that it's an actual bit of geometry within Rhino. Now that we have our actual sun path plotted, what we're going to do now is we're going to actually show on each hour axis where the sun is. We're going to actually do this in winter, or on the winter and summer solstices. So I'll just move this over here so you can see that better. I think we don't really need that, but anyway, so to do this, go LB calculate HOY, which is hourly. Yep, so grab that, and what we're going to do is to import all this data and list it on panels again. So month, let's start with summer first, so 12th, which is December. And the date was 22nd. AM. If you're gonna list it in PM, like houring, you would do it in 24-hour time. So instead of 2, that'd be 14. And don't really need minutes, so we're not gonna worry about that. And see this toggle here? You want to plug it over here. So if we have a look at here, you'd see that there's one area where it's the sun's highlighted, but we want to actually have it so it's highlighted throughout the day. So in order to do that, we go to the hour toggle over here and type panel, obviously, and right click and then go multi-line data. This will allow you to do the hours throughout the day. So it starts at 0 because the time between 12 AM and 1 AM doesn't count as an hour, but still reads as 0, so we'll have that as a 0 hour. So we go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. Now remember, for all the afternoon hours, you want to choose military time. You want to only go up to 23 because the 0 hour accounts for the 24th hour. Plug that into your hour toggle there. And as you can see on Rhino over here, there's multiple crosses representing the sun at the hour on the summer solstice. To make those more prominent, I'm going to go sun points here. Type sphere here. Go, so B for base will go into here, and R for radius, let's test 3 and have it as a slider so you can adjust it. Not do anything. Oh no, yeah, see it right there. So if we go to see, it's fully adjustable to the whichever size you want. Yeah, 10 sounds good. And to bake that, obviously click on this, click bake, group, and put it under under your desired layer. Just going to save that. And there you have it. So that's the actual sun path that's taken on the winter solstice in Abbotsford.